Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain format method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String is a predefined class in Java and it contains a lot of predefined methods and format method is one of them. Using this format method, we can format a resultant string text using different literal types. That is using different data. We can format a resultant string text. Okay. So how to use this format method to create a resultant string text using different literal types of different types, data types, etc. I'm going to show you practically. So if you want to understand the answer for this question, you have to go through this practical demonstration so that you'll get a better answer for this question. For that, I'll switch to the Eclipse IDE and create a new class. I'll just name this class as some say class 17. Let's say class 17. And with main method, click on finish. Once the class is created with main method, here I'm going to create, okay, some variables. Some variables with some different literal types. Let's say I would like to give int experience is equal to, let's say 17 years. Okay, 17 years of experience. Then string name is equal to, here I'll give Arun Moturi. Okay, Arun Moturi is the name. Like that I can give any number of variables and assign with some different literal types. Now, if I want to create a string text, a formatted string text, I'll use this string class and say dot format. Okay, format is a static method of the string class, guys. So I can call it using the class name itself. And here I need to provide double quotes some text that you want to format. So let's say my name is here you write %s and for this %s you give the first argument as name. Okay, and I have %d years. %d, for %d you give experience here. Okay, experience here. Experience will move on to the %d. Years of experience. Okay, like this I'll create a string statement. So put a semicolon here. You see, using the format method, I have created a resultant string where this %a will be replaced by this name, that is my name, and this %d here in this string literal will be replaced by experience. So a resultant string text will be created with this name and experience with this string text. Okay. So format will return you some string, that is a string resultant result. Otherwise, I'll say result text or something. Okay. Result string text or whatever it is. You can give some name and print it out. When you print it out, print result text like this and run the code. My name is Arun Moturi and have 17 years of experience will be printed in the output, guys. Okay. This is the advantage of the format method. It will be used for formatting the string text based on the different literals and variables, etc. Okay. So my name is Arun Moturi and have 17 years of experience. Okay. Using this %ls, %d formatters, this format method will convert the strings based on the given literals or variables where this data is stored into a resultant string text, that is formatted resultant string text, that you can print it out and get this kind of output. So hope guys, with practical demonstration, you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain equals method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String class has a lot of predefined methods where equals method is one of them. Using this equals predefined method of the string class, we can compare two strings, not only the text of the strings, but also the case sensitiveness of the strings. If one of the string text is in uppercase and if the other text is in lowercase, okay, that comparison also will be done by the equals method. Okay, for the equals method to return true as a result, both the string text should have the same text at the same time. They should be in the same case. If one of the string text is in uppercase, other string text in lowercase, doesn't work for equals method, guys. It will fail the comparison by resulting false as the output. Let me practically demonstrate that so that you can understand the answer for this question in a better way to see how exactly equals method will compare multiple strings in Java along with its case sensitiveness of the text. Okay. So for that, I'll switch to this Eclipse ID and create a new class. I'll just name this class with some random name. Let's say class 18. I'll just give some class 18 as a random name. And with main method, I'll create. And inside that, I'm going to create a string text. Okay. Two string text I'll create. So wait for this and just create two string text. String str1 is equal to, I'll say Arun. Okay. Then string str2, I'll say this as Varun. Okay. And again, string str3, again I'll say Arun. Okay. Now, string str4 is equal to, I'll say Arun, like this. Okay. Now I'll compare these strings. Okay. I'll compare this str1 with str2, str1 with str3, str1 with str4 and see what will be the result. System.out.println. System.out.println. str1 dot. If I have to compare the strings, I have to use the object reference of the string class, that is str1. I have to call the predefined method of the string class equals method. You have to use equals method. And inside that, whatever the resultant string you want to compare with, another string that you want to compare. I want to compare this Arun with Varun. So str1 dot equal str2. Okay. For string comparison, we have to use equals method, guys. So here str1 is Arun, whereas str2 is Varun. The text is different. Arun is not matching with a Varun. So equals method will return a Boolean value. That Boolean value will be false in this case because Arun is not matching with Varun. So false will come and false will be printed in the output by this program. If I run this program, false will be printed in the output. When str1 is compared with str2 with the help of equals method, since you see you got the false as output because Arun is not equal to Varun. Similarly, if I write str1 dot equals str3, I'll say this time str3. As you can see here, str1 is Arun, str3 is also Arun. And if you can clearly see the first letter of this str1 in Arun and Arun are matching textually. But how about case? Case is also same. First letter of this Arun is in capital letter. First letter of this Arun is also in capital letter. Remaining letters are in lowercase. Remaining letters are in lowercase. So what happens? This equals method will not only compare the text, but also will compare the case sensitiveness. It will check for the case whether they have the same case or not. These two texts will are having the same case or not. They are in the same case written or not. Since they are having the same text and same case also, equals method will return a Boolean value known as true in this case. In this case, first case we got false, right? Because Arun is not equal to 1. But here text is matching and the case is also matching exactly. So here in this next statement, it will print true, guys. And the output will get true as the output. Okay, and the output will get true. As you can see here, false true. Third comparison I'll do here is system.out.println str1 dot equals str1 dot equals. I'll just give str4 here. I'll give str4 here. What happens in this case is str1 is Arun, str4 is also Arun. Textually, both are same, but I told you, right? Equals method not only will compare the text. Here Arun and Arun are matching, but the problem with equals method, it's not a problem. This is how it works. The situation here is the first letter of this Arun A is in capital, whereas here the first letter of this Arun A is in lowercase. So this is not matching according to equals. According to equals method, both are not equal because they have a different case for first letter, whatever the letters. Okay. So here text is matching, but the case of this particular text is not matching the case of this particular text. Hence, it will return false, guys. Okay. Even though the text is matching, but case is not matching, then it will return false. You'll see the false will be printed for the third statement in the output. You see false got printed. So this is how we can use equals method of string predefined class in Java for comparing two strings. Not only the text of the string, but also the case of the strings. Okay. The case also will be taken into consideration while comparing two strings by this equals predefined method of string class. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain equals ignore case method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String is a predefined class in Java and it contains a lot of predefined methods where equals ignore case method is one of them. Using this equals ignore case predefined method of string class, we can compare two strings without comparing their case sensitiveness, whether those two strings match in terms of text, but if they don't match in terms of case sensitiveness, let's say one of the string text, which is similar to another string text as uppercase, other string text is lowercase, doesn't matter, guys. Okay. Equals ignore case method will ignore the case of those particular text. Only the text of those two strings should match, irrespective of what case they are, whether they are in uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Let me practically demonstrate this for you so that you can get the answer or understand the answer for this question in a better way. So for that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and here I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class as class 19, some random name, main method, and inside that, I'm going to create some string text. Let's say string str1 is equal to, I'll say, and the next one I'll say string str2 is equal to, I'll say Varun. Third one, I'll say string str3 is equal to again Arun. Okay. And fourth one, string str4 is equal to, I'll give in lowercase, complete lowercase, let's say Arun in lowercase. Now, when I use this predefined method of the string class, that is equals ignore case of the string class, how to access that? Basically, I have to use the object reference of the string class. Let's say I'll take str1, which is the object reference of the string class, and I can call this method equals. Instead of equals, I'll go with the equals ignore case. Coming to the equals, it will compare not only the text, but also it will check whether both the text that we are comparing are in the same case or not. But coming to the other method, that is equals ignore case, it will not worry about the case. It will only compare whether text is matching or not. Okay, the two string text is same or not, it will check. But whether the two different string text case is different or not doesn't matter for this particular method. Okay, here I'll say str2, str1 dot equals ignore case str2. In this case, Arun, Varun. Text itself is not matching. You don't have to worry about case. First of all, the text itself is not matching. So equals ignore case will return Boolean value. So let's say Boolean A is equal to, I'll print it out, okay? System.out.println. Here if I print A, it will return false. The reason is here text itself is not matching. I can directly write this instead of storing into variable and all. I can directly write this inside the print statement. Just give me a second. I'll directly write this statement in print statement so that we don't have to create a variable and declare that with Boolean type and print. Okay. So this will be enough. Okay. So str1 dot equals ignore case str2 will return false because Arun is not equal to Varun no matter what. Right. Next one, system.out.println str1 dot equals ignore case. I'll take this str3. So here, if you see str1 is Arun and str3 is also Arun, the case is also same. Doesn't matter, guys, if the case is same or not, doesn't matter. But if the text is same, here case is also same, text is also same, hence it will return true. Obviously, it will return true because there is no problem in that. So case is also matching, text is also matching. Irrespective of the case, it will compare. But here true will come in that case. And third one is system.out.println. This is important one to understand the equals ignore case method. If I go with this equals ignore case and if I give str4, here str1 is Arun and str4 is also Arun, but the problem here is different case. Here uppercase is there, here lower case is there, but equals ignore case doesn't worry about the case. It will only compare the text without without comparing the case sensitiveness of those two string text. Hence true will be written even though capital A is there, lowercase is there, only text should match. Case doesn't matter. Okay, that's what makes the equals ignore case method different from the normal equals method, where normal equals method will check text and the case of the string text. But here equals ignore case will only check the text. It doesn't worry about the case. Hence, you see, even though the case is same or case is not same, both the cases we got true. When the text is different, then only we got false. So this is a practical demonstration of using the equals ignore case method for comparing two strings without worrying or comparing the case sensitiveness of the two strings. The two strings match in the text, that's okay. There's not, it's not required for the case of the two strings have to match, okay? In this equals ignore case method of the string class in Java. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain starts with method of string class in Java. Let me answer. Using this starts with method of string class in Java, we can check whether the given string text is starting with a particular text or not. So let me practically demonstrate so that you can get or understand the answer for this question in a better way. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE, and here I'm going to create a new class. I'll right click here and select a new class. I'll just give some random name while creating the class. Let's say class 20 with a main method. Once the main method is created inside this class, inside the class, I'm going to create a string. Let's say string str is equal to, I'll write, my name is Arun Motori. Okay, this text I'll write. Now I would like to check whether this particular text or string text that I have given is starting with the word my. Okay, for that I'll use a method known as str dot starts with. Okay, I have to use this method known as starts with method, and here I have to provide the string. Let's say my. Okay, I would like to check whether this given string text is starting with the word my. Okay, so if it is really starting with the word my, it will return a Boolean value, say true. Okay, Boolean b is equal to, if I print out this, or I can write the logic like this: if b system.out.println given text starts with my. Okay, else system.out.println given text not starting with my. Like that, I would like to print the output. Run the code and observe that in the output, if this Boolean value is true, means this given text starts with my will be printed. You see, given text is starting with my is printed. That means starts with is one of the predefined methods of the string class, using which we can check whether the given text is starting with the text or not. Okay, to check whether this particular given text is starting with this text, we have to use starts with method. Okay, so if you give any other text and see that, it will return false, and given text not starting with my, that will come. Okay, so given text is starting with required text. Otherwise, I'll write it generic way. Given text not starting with the required text, I'll write given text not starting with the required text. What is the required text? I'll just change it in the above. For example, if I say Arun, is the above text starting with the name Arun? Okay, if it is not starting with, it's starting with my, but here I'm checking with Arun. Is it not? It's not starting with Arun, right? So given text not starting with the required text will be printed in the output. In this case, run this. You see, given text not starting with the required text will be printed. Okay, so this is how we can use starts with method. So hope guys you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain ends with method of string class in Java. Let me answer. In Java, we have string predefined class And the string predefined class contains a lot of predefined methods where ends with method is one of them. Using this ends with predefined method of the string class in Java, we can check whether the given string text is ending with our required text or not. So to understand the answer for this question, we have to go with the practical demonstration. So for that, I'll switch to the Eclipse IDE. Here, I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class as some random name. Let's say class 20 with main method. Already class 20 is there. Let me take any other class. Let's say class 21. Click on finish. You see the class 21, some random name class with some main method will be created. Here I'm going to create some string. I'll just name this string like string str is equal to, I'll write my name is Arun Motori. Okay, these are text I've written. Now I would like to check whether this given string text is ending with this word Motori or not, for example. Okay, so I'll take this object reference of this class, that is this string class, and using this object reference of the string class, I can call ends with method. Okay. And here inside the ends with method, we have to provide the string text. Okay, let's say I would like to give this text Motori and see whether the above string text is really ending with this Motori text or not. As you can clearly see, it's ending with Motori. Hence, ends with method will return a Boolean value. So Boolean value, Boolean B is equal to, okay, if B, if true, if this B is true means that this particular text is ending with this Motori text, okay, like that system.out.println text, string text is ending with required text. I'll write like this, okay, required text. Otherwise, I'll write down else system.out.println string text is not ending with the required text. Required text. Like this, I'll write the code. Now I'll run the code, and obviously this ends with method will check this particular string text to see whether this particular text is ending with this particular text Motori. Yes, it is ending. So ends with method will return true. And because of being true here, okay, what will happen? It will go to the if block and string text is ending with the required text will be printed in this program. Run this code. And you will get the output as string text is ending with required text. You see, string text is ending with required text will come. What if I change this to Arun, let's say? Is the above text ending with the word Arun? No, right? It's ending with Motori, so it's not Arun. So in that case, ends with method will return false. And since it returns false, string text is not ending with the required text will be printed for us. I explained both the cases of this particular program. String text is not ending with required text. Okay. So with this, hope you got the idea or answer for this question. So explain ends with method of string class in Java. This is how we can use ends with predefined method of string class in Java to check whether the given string text is ending with our required or expected text or not. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain join method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String class is a predefined class in Java and it contains a lot of predefined methods. Join method is one of them. Using this join predefined method of the string class, we can join multiple string texts separated by the specified delimiter. So how to use this join method of the string class to concatenate multiple strings by separated with this specified delimiter. Okay, delimiter. I'm going to cover in a practical way in this session so that you can understand the answer for this question in a better way. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE. Here in this one of the project, I'll go to one of the package and here I'll create a new class. I'll just create some class with some random name, let's say class 22. I'll just create the class with some random name, let's say class 22. And here I'll select this main method. I think 22 is already there somewhere here. That's why it's not coming. Sorry, 22. Click on finish. I just pressed only 2 there. That is class 22. In that, in the class 22 inside the main method, I'm going to use this join method. Okay. Join method is a static method which has to be called with the help of the class name. Okay. You should not be creating an object for the string class. Rather, using the class name itself, string dot, you have to call the method known as join, because join method is not a normal method. It's a static method. So select this option, join. And here in the first argument, we have to provide the delimiter. Either you can put comma here or hyphen here, whatever you want. This will act like separator while concatenating multiple strings. Here, you can give any number of strings. Let's say I'll give Arun as a first string, then comma, Varun. Okay. Then I'll say Tarun. Like this, you can give any number of strings, guys. And all the strings, here 3 strings are there in this example. They will be concatenated, separated by this hyphen symbol, because I gave delimiter as a hyphen symbol. Okay. And I put this semicolon here. Join method will return you that resultant string, which is a concatenation of all these 3 string texts which are separated by hyphen. So I'll say result1 is equal to, and I'll print out that result one so that you can see what generally join method does to this particular string text. It will concatenate all the 3 string texts separated by hyphen. When I run the code, you will see the result, and from the result, you will understand how the join method will work for string class. Join method is static predefined method of the string class. You have to call it directly using string class, and this is the result we got. What are the 3 string texts Arun, Varun, Tarun I gave? Okay, all the 3 string texts got concatenated together, separated by this hyphen symbol, because I have used hyphen as a delimiter there. Okay. Now you can also use this join method in different cases. For example, we have an array. Array is nothing but, let's say I'll create something like string array. Let's say string array AR is equal to create an array here. So here also I'll give, let's say, I'll give orange, comma, yellow, comma, green, comma, orange, yellow, green, blue, then purple. Like that, I'll give some multiple strings here. Okay, different strings. There are 5 strings. I want to concatenate all these 5 strings of this array with a delimiter. Similar way I have done with this join method. For that, I have to call the string class dot, I have to call the join method. And after that, I have to give the delimiter here. So this time I'll use a different delimiter instead of this hyphen symbol. Shall I use colon symbol? That also looks good. Okay. I'll use colon symbol to separate this orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And here I'll give the array name where this multiple string texts are available. All these multiple string texts of the array will be concatenated into a joined or concatenated together, separated by colon symbol. Okay. Now here I'll say string result 2 is equal to, and I'll print it out. Okay, I'll print it out. System.out.println, I'll say result 2. And when I run the script, you will see that in the output, you will get this orange, yellow, green, blue, purple printed with colons. Colon as a delimiter separator. Okay, delimiter separator is colon. Orange colon, yellow colon, green colon, blue colon, purple, like that. Similarly, you can also create an array list. Array list where each and every type is a string type, let's say string. Okay, string st. I'll just give some different name. Let's say al for array list. Let's say I'll import this array list from java.util package. Over the mouse on this and import it from java.util package. New array list. Here, give the generic. If you mention the generic this side as string, you don't have to. This is optional. Either you can put string here or you can. It's optional. Okay, into this array list, I would like to add some string objects. Let's say I would like to add something like Monday. Then al dot add of, let's say Tuesday. UPSTA Tuesday. Then al dot add of Wednesday. Then al dot add of Thursday, then al dot add of Friday, then I think this much will be more than enough. We can add any number of strings, guys. There's no, Saturday, let's say. Let me complete all the days of the week. What's the matter? Then finally Sunday, Monday to Sunday, I have written everything here. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to concatenate all this Monday to Sunday thing into a single string text using the join method. To call the join method, I have to use a string class, and join method is static method. So with the help of the class name, I have to call it. And here I have to provide the delimiter. So which delimiter I would like to use this time? Earlier I used hyphen here. Then here I have used colon. This time I'll use comma, guys. Okay, let's say I'll use comma as a delimiter. And here give you the array list which contains all these string objects. Okay, array list I'll give. Just give me a second. Array list. Once that is done, it will return you a concatenated string result of all the above string objects. I'll say result 3, which are separated by this delimiter comma here in this case. System.out.println result 3, I'll say result 3. Like this, you can use the join method in the Java programs to join multiple or to concatenate multiple string text with the help of the delimiter separation. Run as you will see all from Monday, comma, Tuesday, comma, Wednesday, comma, this kind of output you will get. From Monday to Sunday, everything will be printed. All the text got concatenated, separated by comma as a delimiter. Okay. For such kind of stuff, if you want to get this kind of results where all the multiple strings need to be concatenated into a single string separated by the delimiter if you want to print in the output, then people go with this kind of join predefined method of the string class, which is static predefined method of string class, which has to be called with the help of the class name. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain index of method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String class is a predefined class in Java and it contains a lot of predefined methods where index of method is one of them. Now, how to use this index of method and what is the purpose of using this index of method? I'm going to explain as the answer for this question. Using this index of method of string class, we can find the index of a text or a character in the given string text. Okay, the index position of a text or a character inside the given string text can be found with the help of this index of method. If that required text or character is not found in the string text, instead of returning the index, this index of method will return you -1. If it is available, if the required or whatever the text that you are searching for or whatever the character that you are searching for in the string text is available, then index of method will return the index of that particular text or character in the given string text. If not, if that search text or required text or character is not found in the given string text, then you are going to get -1 as a return. Okay. So let me practically demonstrate and understand the answer for this question in a better way. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE. For that, I'll create a new class. I'll name this class as class 23 with main method. And inside this main method, I'm going to create some string str is equal to, I'll write like I love Java programming. Okay, like this, I'll write some string text. Now, I would like to search for some text in this given string text. For that, I have to call one predefined method of the string class using the object reference of the string class, that is str dot, the name of the method is index of method. There are multiple ways. Either you can search for a character or you can search for a string. Let me first search for a string text. Let's say index of, I'll say Java. Okay, if Java text is available in the given string text, then Java's index in this particular string text will be returned by this index of method. Otherwise, if Java text is not found in the given text, then index of method will return -1. So let's put semicolon here and say, I'll say int I is equal to, okay. So I will contain the index of the given text if this particular text is found in this particular string text. So I'll simply say system.out.println I, and I'll run the code and observe that what will come in the output. The index of that particular Java text which is found in the string text has been come here. That is, the output has come as 7. Okay. So let's find out whether the answer is correct or not, whether index of method is giving the index of this Java text in this given string text. So here I is at the index 0, then this space is at the index 1, then 2, 1 minute. Here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including spaces we have to count guys. Okay, starting with first letter is at the index 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here 7 at the place of 7, J is there. That is Java is starting from the index 7. Java is starting from the index 7. That's the reason we got the output as 7. What if I search for Python here instead of Java? If I search for Python, is this Python text available in this given string text? The answer is no. This Python text is not available in this particular string text. Hence, index of method will search for this Python text in this given string text and it will not find, so it will return you -1. If I run this code, you will see that -1 will be printed. Okay, so -1 means the text that you are searching for is not available in the given string text. Okay, so what if I do something like I'll search for some letter, let's say instead of string text, you have other overloaded methods of the index, right? Here str.index of, when you say, there are a lot of overloaded methods. You see, index of character, index of string, and there are a few more that I'll cover later. For now, let's complete this. String is already done. I'll show you the character one. Okay, so I will say I will search for something like some different name. Let's say I would like to say P. Okay, I would like to get the index of the character P from this string text. Okay, so let's see what will be the output. First of all, right click, run as Java application, and the output will get the output like this. 12 is the output. We got 12 as the output. Let's find it out whether P character is at the index 12 in this string text or not. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. P is available at the index 12 only. That's why we got the index 12. What if I give some character which is not there in this particular string text? Let's say if I give S, you see nowhere you can see S character is there in this particular string text. In that case, the index of method will return -1. You see, you'll get -1 if the given string text or character is not available in the text. So this programming logic can be used like this. Okay. So you can use something like this. Okay. If I is not equal to -1. Okay, if this index of is not equal to -1, then say system.out.println item found. It may be character or string text, guys, that has been found. Okay, it has been found in the given. Whatever you are searching for is found in the string text. Okay. Otherwise, you print out if it is equal to -1, then you have to print out. When it will return -1, index of method will return -1. When this particular searching text or character is not found in the text, it will result in -1. Item not found, I'll print. In this case, when I'm searching for this character S will not be found in the text. So index of will return -1. Here -1 is not equal to -1 is false. We'll go to the else block and item not found will be printed. Whatever I'm searching for this text, right? S character is not found is, so item not found came. But if I give P here, in place of S, if I give P is available here. So it will return you some index which will not be -1. Okay. Some number 12 or something, it will return 12 not equal to -1 is true. So I'll go to the if block and item found will be printed because of that reason. We can use index of method for this kind of purposes, guys. Okay. You see item found came. Similarly, if you search for in double quotes, if you give Java here, let's say you are giving Java here, and if you are running the code, right click, run as Java application. If Java is found, index will not be -1, that whatever the 7 number is not equal to -1. So item found will come. If I give Python here, Python is not there in the Python text that you are searching in the string text is not there. Hence, Python will not be found, and instead index of method will return -1. -1 not equal to -1 is false. We'll go to the else block and it will print item not found. Okay. So like this, we can use index of method, guys. And there are other overloaded methods of the index of that you can still try. Apart from this character and string text, there are other overloaded methods with more, more advanced functionalities like index of character from index. Okay, for example, if I use this index of first one is a character I have to give, and from index I have to give. Let's say I would like to search for, let's say, I would like to search for something, guys. Okay, I've just let me find it out. What I would like to search from for A. Okay, search for the character A from index. Which index onwards I want to search? Let's say I want to search A after 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From 12th index onwards. P is from the 12th index, right? From the 12th index onwards, I would like to start searching for. Okay, after the 12th index, wherever the A comes, that index value will be returned here. Okay, so I'll print out the value of I also here so that we can know what is the index that is coming. So after the P, whatever the A, because P's index is 12. After index 12, if A is occurred anywhere in the string text, then that will return the index of that A that is coming after P instead of -1. You see 17 came. Why 17 came? Because after 12, this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. At the 17th index, we have this A. So like that we can do. Other, if I don't give this index, guys, A is here itself. It should not give 17, rather it should give 0. It should give 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should be the answer. If I remove this 12, 8 should be the answer. 17 should not be the answer. Okay. You see, 8 will be the answer. Okay. So starting index also you can give. There is one variation. Similarly, you can try that dot index of and here string from index. Okay. String from index. Okay. So let's say you will say Java string text from the index 2 means it will work. Why? Because after the index 2, where is the index 2? 0. Let's say otherwise 3 otherwise. Okay. Index 3. Let's give index 3 here. If I say index 3 here, this is 0, 1, 2, okay, 3. 3 is nothing but this 0, guys. Okay. At the index 3, 0 is this O is there. After O, if Java word will come, then it is okay. Okay. It is available at the index 7. So it will say item found. Okay, index 7 got printed, and item found got printed because it is there. What if I say after 7, after 7 or after 9, if I say, or after 12, if I say, is there any Java word after P letter here? Any Java word you see? No. Item not found will come, -1 will come with item not found because they're searching starting from the index 12. After that index 12, after P, you don't see any Java. Java is before that P, not after that P. Okay, like that you can use index of method in different variations here, as I mentioned. Index of. You see, you can also mention the begin and ending index, guys. For example, here you say, I would like to find this character A. The begin index is, let's say, 2, and the ending index is, let's say, 12. Okay, I want to find in this range. Begin in between this two from 2 to 12. A should be, say, there somewhere. Okay, so from where it is starting, search is starting from index 2 for this letter A. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, from 2 onwards. Okay, from 2 onwards it will search. A is not there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So before 12 only we have this A. First occurrence of A will be taken. That is, its index is 8, guys. 8 will be printed. Instead of -1, 8 will be printed. Okay, and item found. What if I give something like 2, 4? Will it work? From 2 to 4 is the letter A is there. 0, 1, 2. From 2, 3, 4 up to LOV. In this LOV, A is not there. So -1 will be returned and item not found will be printed. Okay. Similarly, you can try the same thing with some string text, index of string text. I think this is the last variation you have to try. Dot index of string from starting index to ending index. For example, if I give Java here, starting index is, let's say, 2 and ending index is 12, let's say, then it will work or not. Let's see. Okay, then it will work or not. Let's see. 0, 1, 2. Starting from 2 onwards, it will search, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the 7th only you got it. So 7 at the 7th index it has found. So index of will return 7 here. Before 12 only it came. So 7 will be printed and item found will be printed here because it's not returning -1. Okay. So what if I give something like this 2 comma, let's say 6, is that available in between 2 comma 6? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this range from 2 to 6, Java is not there. Hence -1 will be returned and item not found will be printed. Okay, -1 got returned because -1 has been written. -1 not equal to -1 is false and item not found will be printed. This is how we can use index of method, okay, which is one of the predefined methods of the string class to find the index of the given text or character, okay, whether that is available in the given string text. If it is available, it will return the index of that particular given string text or character. Otherwise, it is going to return -1 to state that that particular such text or character is not found in the given string text. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain last index of method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String class has lot of predefined methods and last index of method is one of them. Using this last index of predefined method of the string class, we can find the index of the last occurrence of the substring text or the character in the given string text. If last index of method won't be able to find the given substring text or character in the given string text, then it will return -1 instead of the index. Then this -1 confirms that that particular substring text or character you are searching in the string text is not available. If a proper index is returned by this last index of, okay, then we can understand that that particular item, that is substring text or the character, is available in the string text, and it also gives a last occurrence, okay, index, not the, from the first it will not search, from the last what is occurrence of that particular string text it will search. So to understand the answer for this question, let me go with the practical demonstration so that you can understand in a better way. Further, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and here create a new class in one of the packages. I'll just give some random name for the package. Let's say class 24. Let's say class 24. With main method I'll create. Let's say with main method I'm creating. So here, intentionally, I'll give some string text here. So in which I have to search for the required substring text or character. String str is equal to, I'll say, my name is Arun Motori. I love Java programming. Okay, Java is an, okay, Java is, otherwise I'll write like this, okay. I love Java programming and Java is very easy, okay. Like this, if I write some statement, let's assume, and in this statement, okay, if I use index of method, okay, if I use the normal index of method, it will give the index of that required substring text or character from the beginning, okay, first occurrence of the index. For example, if I use str dot normal index of method instead of last index of, if I am using this one, index of Java means, it will find the first occurrence of Java, okay. It will find the first, where is Java? Java is repeated 2 times. You see, this is the first occurrence and this is the last occurrence. So it will search from the beginning and Java is here. So the index of Java, it will return as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 will be returned, okay. But if I give, instead of index of, if I give last index of, okay, last index of, if I give like this and give this Java text here, in that case, last index of will search from the, will search for the last occurrence of Java in this particular text. Okay, in this particular text, where is Java occurring, but it should be the last occurrence. Okay, here you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the 7th index, there is the first occurrence of Java. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 is the second occurrence of the Java. So instead of 7, it will give 28 as the index, guys, because this is not index of, it is last index of, last occurrence of the substring will be found, okay? and it will be written in the form of index here. Int I is equal to, I'll say, and just print it out. System.out.println. I'll just say, I'll print I here. It will print me that number. Instead of 7, it will print me the number 28 as I mentioned. Okay. So apart from this string text, you can also search for, apart from this string text, for example, if I say apart from the string text, you can also search for the character. Let's say int j is equal to, write like this, int j is equal to str dot last index of, if I search for a character, let's say A. A is available many number of times in this particular string text. For example, if you come from the beginning, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the first occurrence of Java. A. The first occurrence of A is 8, 8th index. 9, 10, second occurrence is at 9. Then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is the third occurrence. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 is the fourth occurrence. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 is the fifth occurrence. 30, 31 is the sixth occurrence. 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, here 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 is the last occurrence, guys. Okay. So if I print this J, it will print the 42 instead of the beginning one. So from the beginning, lot of occurrence of A is there, but it will take the last occurrence and get you the index. Okay. You see that 42 number will come here as you see 42. What if I give instead of Java, if I give Python or something, or if I give a character which doesn't exist here? For example, if I look at this, there's no character S here. S is there here. What about T? Do we have any T here? No. If I give T here, T is not available in this string text. And also here in Python, Python is not there in the particular string text. In that case, this last index of will return -1. Here also it will return -1. Okay. Right click run as Java application. You'll get -1 printed because either Python is not there, not T is there. Okay. So this is how the last index of method will work, guys. It will look for the last occurrence, last index occurrence of the given substring text or the character. Okay, there are many other variations of this last index of. If you say last index of, you see apart from these two overloaded methods like in character searching and substring searching, you can also give from index and from index kind of stuff. Okay, from this particular index, what is the last occurrence? Okay, like that you can search, or string you can give, and from the last occurrence. From that particular string, from the last occurrence, from that particular index, you can search. You can try that out, guys. That's not that much important, but there are 4 overloaded methods of the last index of you can use with this string text. Okay, and you can use this, basically you can use it for searching the last occurrence of this particular text in the search text, and you can use this for last occurrence of this character in this particular text. So with practical demonstration, hope you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, how to convert numbers in string format into integer numbers in Java. Let me answer. In order to convert the numbers which are in string format into the real integer number format in Java programming, we have to use a predefined method of this integer class known as parseInt. ParseInt is a predefined static method of this integer class, and to this parseInt, if you pass the number which is in string format, for example, here 9 number is there, which is surrounded by double quotes. That means this is a number which is not the integer number, rather it is in a string format number. Okay, such kind of string format numbers which are convertible into where there is a possibility of converting them into the normal integer numbers, we can use this parseInt method of this static method of this integer class, and to that you pass the numbers which are in string format, and they will be converted to the real integer numbers. Okay, with these methods, let me practically demonstrate to answer this question for you and for better understanding. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE and create a new class here. I'll just name this class with some random name. Let's say class 25, and here I'll just create main method also. Here I'm going to create a string s is equal to, I'll just give some double quotes, and in that I'll give some number, guys. It can be any number. For example, I'll give 124 as the number. Okay, there's one number, okay, which is not in real integer number format. Rather, this particular number is surrounded by double quotes. That means in Java, it is a string literal. But the original portion of the text, okay, the actual text is in number format, is in number format. Such kind of string text which is in number format can be easily convertible to a normal integer number from string type. From string type, you can convert the string literal, which has the content in the format of number, into real number. So for that to happen, you have to call one predefined method of a class known as integer class. Okay, because this number inside the string literal text is in integer format, so I have to use a predefined class known as integer dot. You have to say parse int. You have to call this parse int, and to this you need to pass a string. Okay, that you want to convert from string format number into the actual number. Okay, into the string format to the normal integer number format. Have to pass the string text. Okay, so S is I am passing here for the parseInt method. ParseInt is one of the static predefined methods of the integer class in Java. Okay, so here it will return you the number. Okay, in integer format. ParseInt will return you in the primitive int data type format. Okay, just print that number and observe that. You can also do some calculation here. Let's say n plus 1, I'll say. Okay, now 124 plus 1. 124 plus 1 is how much? 124 plus 1 is 125. So if it has been successfully converted from string type to numerical integer type, in that case, this addition will be possible instead of plus will act like addition instead of concatenation. So here, when I say n plus 1, here if I say n plus 1, the plus symbol will act like addition operator once it is converted to number. Okay. So run the code. If it is not converted, it will do concatenation. But if you get the result as 125, that is 124. The n got converted into 124, the number format plus 1. If you're getting the result as 125 means this operation is successful. Let's say if I do something like this without converting, if I say s plus 1 here, s plus 1, okay, without using this integer dot parseInt of s, if I directly say s plus 1, then here 124 is in the string format, 124 string format plus 1. Here plus will not act like addition, it will act like concatenation operator, where this string text will be glued with this one. That means instead of 125, you will get 1241. 1241 will come, guys. If you don't convert that into integer number, you try to still add, it will act like concatenation. And here you will get the result as 1241, because string text is getting concatenated with the number. This is like nothing but the result is also string text. Okay. If you really want to convert that into a number, you have to use integer dot parseInt and then store into the integer in data type variable, and that you can do addition, subtraction, whatever you want. So here the string text number will be converted to the normal integer number, so that addition will be possible. If it is not converted, string text will be appended or concatenated with the numbers, and resultant will be this kind of result you will get instead of 125. Okay. So with practical demonstration, I have answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, can we convert an unconvertible string text to a number in Java? Let me answer. Let's say there is some string text which is in a non-numerical format, and if you would like to convert that into an integer number, that won't be possible at all. Okay, there is a mechanism for converting a numerical formatted string text into a numerical integer. But if that particular string text is not in a numerical format, then whatever you do, that particular text cannot be converted into a number. So what will happen when you still try to convert a non-convertible string text into a numerical number or integer number using the integer dot parseInt kind of commands, then the result will not come, the conversion will not happen. Rather, you are going to get an exception known as number format exception in Java. Let me practically demonstrate how that is not possible for us to convert an unconvertible string text into an integer number in Java, and how we are going to get this number format exception. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE. And in this Eclipse IDE, I'm going to create a new class. I'll just right click here and create a new class. I'll just name this class with some random name. Let's say class 26. Let's say class 26. And here I'll create the main method. And inside that, main method, I'm going to create a string. So what if I give the string something like this? For example, if I have given the string something like this, string str is equal to, if I give double quotes and in that if I give a number, these kind of strings can be convertible. Okay, these are convertible strings. Okay, you can convert this kind of strings to integer numbers using int dot parseInt like that. You can do that. I'll show you first. Okay, str dot integer. Sorry, instead of saying str, we have to say integer dot parseInt. We have to say okay, integer dot parseInt, and you have to pass here str, whatever the string text is there, which is in a convertible numerical format, string format is there. Okay, that strings can be converted into integer numbers. So, okay, int n is equal to or num is equal to whatever it is, and then print it out. You see 9. You can also do an operation here after converting that to integer number, right? This conversion will happen. At same time, you can perform some addition or subtraction of, let's say plus 3, I'll say 9 plus 3, how much? 12 will be printed in the output. Okay, if 12 is getting printed in output means the string, convertible string text, which is a numerical type of format, is converted to actual integer number, and then 3 got added to that 9, 9 plus 3, 12 came. But what if this is something like this? What if I give my name here? Can you convert my name into name kind of string text into a number? Is that possible even though you use integer dot parseInt? That is not possible at all, guys. If this string is in a numerical format, if string has some number holding in between the double quotes, then that kind of string text can be converted into the numbers, but not this kind of string text. Text cannot be converted, whatever you do, into a number. So if you still try to do this, if you use this parseInt predefined method of this static predefined method of the integer to convert this kind of string text into a number, that is not going to happen. Rather, in this particular line, okay, since the conversion is not possible in Java also, you will get number format exception, guys. Right click here and say run as Java application. And in the output, you see that you will get number format exception. Instead of being that particular text which cannot be converted into a number, we'll get number format exception. Okay, number format exception at the line we got. Okay, so hope guys you got the answer for this question. The answer is no, guys. Can we convert an unconvertible string text into an integer number in Java? The answer is no, guys. Okay, instead we get number format exception. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, how to convert string formatted double numbers into the actual double numerical numbers in Java. Let me answer. In Java, if you have to convert string formatted double numbers which are surrounded by double quotes, double numbers which are surrounded by double quotes are nothing but string formatted double numbers. Such kind of string literals, okay, which are actually surrounding the double decimal type of numbers. If you have to really convert them into the real double decimal numbers of double data type, then we have to use a predefined method known as parse double, predefined method of double predefined class in Java. And to this parse double static predefined method of the double class, you have to pass that particular string literal text which is enclosing the decimal number in double quotes. Okay, such kind of string text can be converted into real double numbers or double data type numbers in Java with this way. With practical demonstration, I'm going to answer this question for you so that you will be able to understand the answer for this question in a better way. Further, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE, and here I'm going to create a new class. Let me name this class as a class 27, some random name, let's say class 27. Here I'll write down class 27 with main method. And here I'm going to create a string here. String str is equal to, in double quotes, I'll provide a decimal number. Okay, this is string literal still. String formatted decimal number is surrounded by double quotes means it's a string only, 3.14. Okay. Now, if I have to convert this convertible string formatted double decimal number, okay, which is in string formatted type into the actual double decimal type, then I have to use a predefined class known as double class, double dot, then I have to say parse double. And in this parse double, have to provide the string object reference, which is holding such kind of string literal having the decimal number. Now, this parse double static predefined method of the double class will convert this convertible decimal string literal into actual decimal number. I'll simply say double d is equal to. Okay, now print this. You can do some operations also, guys. On this particular d, you can do some operations. Let's say d plus 1, which is only possible here. Plus will act like addition operator only with this when this particular d is of decimal type. If it is string type, then d will act like this plus will act like concatenation. Okay, so here the plus will act like concatenation. If I write something like this and if I say d plus 1, if the string literal text is not actually converted into double decimal type, then plus will act like concatenation operator. If it is really converted using this parse double predefined static method of double class, if it is really converted into the real decimal number, that is decimal number, then this addition will happen. Plus will act like addition, and you run the code, 4.14 will be printed, guys. As a result, 3.14 plus 1, that is 4.14 should be printed. Some zeros will come at the end, that's okay. 4.14 and some, because of this is of double type, right? You see, it got clearly converted into the double literal type. Okay, double literal type. Fine. But if this particular text is some text like Arun or something, it won't be converted. Okay, how can we convert some text like this? Even though it's a string and it is a text type, that cannot be converted to number, guys. In this, we'll get number format exception. Only the strings which have the decimal numbers which are in convertible format. For that only, you see, you got number format exception here at this line 9 when you're trying to convert some text which cannot be converted into the double type. Okay, so here I will say 3.14 and say 3.14 will be converted here. Run this code and say, you see, for this addition also will happen 4.14 and all those stuff. So with practical demonstration, hope you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, how to convert an integer number to string text in Java. Let me answer. In order to convert an integer number to a string text in Java, we have two ways. That is, first way is by using this predefined method of this integer class. There is a predefined static method known as string predefined static method of integer class in Java, using which we can convert an integer number to the string text or string literal text. Similarly, we can also use one more way, that is by using this value of predefined static method of string class also. By passing to this value of method the integer number will get converted into the string literal text. You can use any of these ways. Let me practically demonstrate so that you'll be able to understand the answer for this question in a better way. So let's get started and switch to the practical mode now. Further, I'll switch to the Eclipse IDE and here create a new class. You can name this class with some name. Let's say class 28. Let's say with main method I'll create. Inside the main method, now you create some integer number. Let's say integer number is equal to 9. Okay, this is a numerical integer literal. This kind of literal I would like to convert into a string literal. So before converting that into string literal, if I print out something like number plus 1, you will get the output as 9 plus 1. Here plus will act like addition operator and you will get the output as what? 10. 9 plus 1. Number is a numerical integer format. So 9 plus 1 will result in 10. Now here, after that, I would like to convert this numerical integer number into string literal. For that, I would write integer class dot, there is a predefined method, static method of this integer known as toString. Okay, integer dot toString of whatever the integer value that you want to convert into string, into this toString method you have to provide. Copy and paste that here, put a semicolon, and this toString method will convert this integer number into the string type. String, I'll say s is equal to. Okay, now this 9 is no more an integer here when it comes stored in s, it is a string type. So if I say system.out.println s plus 1, here you will not get 10 as the output, you will get 9 is a string literal. A string literal, your place will act like a concatenation operator. You'll get the output as string plus 1 is 91. It will be concatenated rather than adding. So that proves that the number has been converted into string literal. You see, you got 91 instead of 10. That means this number has been converted into string literal. Okay. Similarly, you can also use one more way to convert this integer number into string literal. That is by using, you have to write string dot value of int, you have to say. Okay. The value of int. Integer number is what? Number. So now this value of method of the string class also will do the same thing. It will convert this integer number into string type. The return type of this value of is string. So write down string. Let's say s2 is equal to, okay. And here write down system.out.println, and to prove that whether that has been converted into string literal, and just using plus symbol here. If plus acts like a concatenation operator, then s2 is conformly a string literal. So here 91 should be printed instead of 10. Here plus should not act like addition operator. You should get the output as 91 here also. So that proves that, okay, by using this any of these methods, that is toString static predefined method of integer class, or by using the value of predefined static method of string class, we can convert, okay, an integer literal into a string literal. So the output proves that. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain isEmpty method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String is a predefined class in Java, and it has a lot of predefined methods where isEmpty method is one of them. Using this isEmpty predefined method of the string class, we can check whether the given string text is empty or has some text in it between the double quotes. Let me practically demonstrate how to use this isEmpty method of string predefined class to check whether the text is empty or it has some text between the double quotes. So for that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and quickly create a new class here. I'll just name this class with some random name, let's say class 1. With main method, I'll create. Inside the main method, I'm going to create a string. Str is equal to, I'll give some double quotes here, and in between the double quotes, I'll give some text. That means this particular string text is not empty. But what if I use this object reference of the string class to call the method known as isEmpty method? IsEmpty method will go and check whether this particular object reference related text, okay, has some real text in between the double quotes or not. If it has some text here, isEmpty will consider that text as a non-empty text and will return false here, okay, because the text is there between the double quotes means isEmpty will return false because text is there. So here I have tried Boolean. The return type will be Boolean B. So here false will be returned by the isEmpty method, and that false will be stored into the B because there is some text between the string text is not empty. The given string is not empty. So B will be having false stored, okay, which is written by the isEmpty method. So when I run the code here, when I run this code, you will see that in the output false will be printed, okay. The text is not empty, hence false will be printed. If the text is empty, if I remove this particular text from the double quotes, and this is an empty string text, where is no text between the double quotes, in this case, isEmpty will return true for this kind of string text, which doesn't have any text between the double quotes. And now this time it will return true here in the output. You see true will get printed in the output. So hope guys, with practical demonstration, you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, explain isBlank method of string class in Java. Let me answer. String is a predefined class in Java, and it has a lot of predefined methods. IsBlank method is one of them. Using this isBlank method of the string class, we can check whether the given string text contains just blank spaces or it has some text, real text, okay? That we can check with the help of isBlank method or predefined method of the string class. So if that particular given string text just contains spaces in between the double quotes, in that case, isBlank will return true because it's a blank string text. And coming to the other string text, if you pass that string text containing some real text between the double quotes to this isBlank method, then isBlank method will return false. Okay, so let me practically demonstrate so that you can understand the answer for this question in a better way. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE and create a new class here, some random class with some random name. I'll just name this as class 2. And here, I'm going to select the main method. Now inside that, I'm going to create a string str is equal to, I'll give some text case, okay? So as you can see here, this particular double quotes has some real text in between. And in that case, if I say str dot is blank, if I use, okay, str dot is blank, if I use, is blank method will go and check whether the given string text, okay, contains some text between the double quotes or not, or it just has some spaces. It will find it out. If it has only spaces between the double quotes, then in that case, is blank will return true. But in this case, guys, there is some text between the double quotes, hence is blank will return false. Okay. If you say boolean b is equal to, if you print it out, system.out.println and say b here and run this code, right click run as Java application. If you run this code, and you can observe that what will be printed? False will be printed because there are no spaces between these double quotes. There is some real text, so false will be printed. What if I give some more another string? Let's say str 2 is equal to, I'll give double quotes. I'll not keep this string text empty, but I'll give some spaces, space bar. Just give any number of spaces, doesn't matter, guys. These are spaces. Now in this case, if I say str2 dot is blank, if I say, I'm saying str2, which is having the spaces between double quotes, is blank. If I use this is blank will now return true because it is a blank string text. It's a blank string, guys. Okay, it's not text, it's a blank string. This one is a real string text having some real text, but this one has only blank spaces. So to find out whether the string text has some real text or it has only spaces, we can use this is blank method. It will return true in this case of str2 because only spaces are there between the double quotes. So here I will say boolean c is equal to and print out that c here, system.out.println c. True will be printed for this c. Run this code and observe that true will be printed. You see, true will be printed in the output. True got printed in the output because there are only blank spaces in between the string text. So hope guys with practical demonstration, you got an answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, what is the difference between is empty and is blank string methods in Java? Let me answer. String is a predefined class in Java and it contains a lot of predefined methods where this is empty and is blank are few of the predefined methods of this string class in Java. But what is the difference? They almost look same, right? Is empty, is blank. What they actually check? If you go for is empty, it will check whether the given string text doesn't have any text between the double quotes. You see, in between the double quotes, even there is no space also. You see, space is also not there. Even text is not there. In such cases, is empty will consider this particular string text as an empty text. Either there is no space or there is no text in between. So double quotes, surrounded double quotes doesn't have anything in between. Those are called as empty strings. In such cases, for the empty string text, is empty will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Even though there are some spaces between the double quotes or even there is some text between the double quotes, it will return false. But otherwise, if just double quotes are there and nothing is there in between, it will string will be considered as empty and it will return true. Coming to the is blank, this is what is the difference, guys. Okay, between is empty and is blank. Is blank, okay, is nothing but checking whether the given string text has a real text or not. In between this double quote, do you see any real text here? Only spaces are there. Such kind of blank spaces kind of thing is there in between double quotes. Okay, that text will be treated, or that particular string text will be treated as blank text, and is blank will return true if there are some double quotes surrounding that spaces. Okay, in such kind of string text where double quotes are surrounding just the blank spaces, then is blank string will be considered as is blank and is blank will return true. Otherwise, in between this double quotes, if you see any real text or in that case is blank will return. If you see any real text here, is blank will return false. Okay, only spaces are there means true. If spaces are not there, real text is there means false. Okay. Fine, let me practically demonstrate them and show you the difference in a practical way. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and create a new class here. I'll just create a new class. I'll just name this class as class 3. And here I'll create the main method. And inside the main method, I'm going to create a string. Okay, string str1 is equal to, I'll give some text here, guys. I'll give one more string str2. Here, empty string, I'll give double quotes. It doesn't have any text in between. String str3 is equal to, give some spaces in between, but it doesn't have any real text in between that. In these three cases of strings, string 1, string 2, string 3, how the is empty and is blank methods are going to work, I'm going to show you. First, I'll go with the str1 dot is empty. Is it empty? No, there's some text between the double quotes. So is empty will return false. So boolean, I'll say a will return false, guys. System.out.println. If I say a, it will return false because there is some text between the double quotes. It will return false. You see, false will be printed in the output. And second test is on is empty method with the string2 type, where there is no text between the double quotes. Okay, even spaces are also not there. So str2 dot is empty, I'll say is empty, and this is empty will now return true because in between double quotes nothing is there, including spaces also not there. Okay, so boolean b is equal to, I'll print it out, system.out.println. I'll just say b here and run the code, and you will see that, okay, what will be printed in the output, guys? True will be printed in the output because there is no text between the double quotes. And coming to the str3, I'll go with the str3 now. str3 dot, if I use that with is empty here, okay, is empty will not return true. The reason here is it's not empty, guys. There are some spaces. Either if there are some text or there are some spaces, it will not be treated as an empty text. It will return false, guys. Boolean C will return false because there are some spaces. Even though there is no text, but there are some spaces. It's not empty string text, so it will return false. Third one will be C will be false, guys. Okay, you see, you'll get false. Now the same thing I'll try with is blank. Okay, if I say str1 dot is blank, you see str1 has some text. It is not blank. Okay, in between the double quotes there is some text there. There are no spaces here. Okay, there are no spaces. It's kind of a text is there. So boolean D will return what? Is blank will return false in this case because there is some text in between the double quotes and it's not a blank spaces or something. So when I print D, it will return false, guys. It is not blank text, so it will return false here. We'll get the output as false. And if I go with this, another one str2 dot is blank again, then you see here in between that, it's empty. It's empty, but at the same time, it can be treated as blank only. You see, there's no text actually. So this is kind of confusing for most of the people. And, this will return true in this case. It doesn't have anything, right? So it can be treated as, true. Run this code and true need to be printed in the output. As you can see, true got printed because there is no text that can be treated as a either empty text or blank text. That's okay. But blank cannot be empty, guys. Empty can be blank. Okay, that you have to remember in this case. str3 dot is blank if I say, and you see str3 has only blank spaces in between the double quotes. Definitely this particular text string text will be treated as blank. So here, if I print this boolean value f here, what will be printed? True will be printed, guys. True will be printed. If I print f, true will be printed because it's really blank. There's no real text. There are only spaces. So true will be printed. So hope, guys, with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, how to collect input from the user while running the Java programs, or while the Java programs are in the running mode, how to collect the input from the user. So to answer this, we have to use scanner class. There's the predefined class in Java known as scanner class, using which, or by using the object reference, we can call some methods. By using the predefined methods of the scanner class, we can collect input from the user during runtime or while the program is executing or running. Let me practically demonstrate and show you how this is possible so that you'll be able to understand the answer for this question in a better way. So let's switch to the Eclipse IDE. And here I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class with some random name. Let's say class 4. Here I'll name this class as class 4 with main method. Click on finish. Once you create that class with main method, inside the main method, okay, I would like to do one thing, guys. Okay, I would like to uh, be like a chatbot or something like this. Okay, I would like to write a program like a chatbot and ask something to the user and then collect that and whenever you interact with the chatbot, right? So some conversation will go on. The real person is not talking to you. The system or machine is talking to you, right? Same thing I would like to implement here so that you will understand, how this works. Fine. First, in order to collect the input from the users during the runtime, while the program is running, to collect the input from the user during runtime, we have to create an object for the scanner. Okay. So just type scanner here and control space. You will control space you press, you will get this new create object. Okay. Automatically. Okay, it's not working. Okay, so scanner, control space. Okay. It will import the scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner. I'll write. Okay. Forget about that. Just I'm importing that. Just after scanner, when you say control space, right? Automatically it is importing. So scanner is equal to new scanner. Like that, you create an object. And after that, here inside the constructor, write system.in. Okay. Just type system.in. Once you type system.in, using the object reference of the scanner dot. Okay. First, I would like to collect the user, the name of the user, let's say. Okay. Next line, I will say. Okay. I'll say next line. So this next line will, collect string. Okay. It will collect the string kind of text from during the runtime. So when I run this code, you will not get anything displayed in the output. But you see the input, there is something that Java is expecting to enter. The cursor is blinking. Let's say Arun Motori, like that, I'll enter. But nothing will happen, guys. You see, nothing will happen because you're not doing anything with that, right? Nothing will happen because you're not doing anything with that. So what I will do here is, first of all, it's not clear that I have to enter my name here in the output. The program is not so communicative. Chatbot will not do that, right? So hi, what is your name? It will ask. So the same thing I'll write down here. Before collecting the input, I'll write down system.out.println. Hi there. Hi there. What is your name? Okay. Like this, if it asks, then that is a good thing, right? Right click run as Java application. This time in the output, we'll get that question being asked. Hi there. What is your name? Now, as part of this question, since the chatbot is asking me, I'll give my answer here, Arun Motori, and press enter. Okay. So somewhat, but what I am doing with this Arun Motori, I don't know, right? So in the program, whatever the input that next line will be collecting from the user in the string format, this Arun Motori will be collected by next line and it can be stored into a string variable. Okay, string variable. String users name is equal to username otherwise. Okay, username is equal to. And now chatbot don't want to stop there. Okay, it would like to ask you what is your experience or which field you work in otherwise. Okay, system.out.println. Okay, what is your current uh, you know current what is your current designation, you can ask, or current working status. Otherwise, what is your current working status? You see, again, the user during the runtime has to give the input in the form of string. So I'll simply say next line, and here I'll collect that string user working status or work type. What is your current work type, you can ask. Okay. what is your current working type, user working type. Okay, I'll just write like this. And here, okay, so user will input that. So after that, what I want to ask the user is, let's run this so far, whatever the program we have written, let's run it and see what is happening. First, it is the chatbot kind of program. Let's say this is a program I'm creating for chatbot to work. Hi there, what is your name? I'll write Arun Moturi. Now it's asking me what is your current working type. I am, I'll say content creator and trainer. I'll write like this. Okay, press enter. It has taken 2 inputs so far. Now I don't want to stop there. I want to ask more questions to the user, the chatbot. The program is asking me the questions actually. What is your current experience? What is your current experience? Okay. I'll simply would like to collect this in the form of integer. So next int I'll say, next int I'll say, and here hover the mouse on the next int, it is returning you the int. Okay, int user experience, how many years of experience you have. Okay, what is your current experience in this field? In this field. Okay, let's say I'm 17 years, let's say. Okay, so I will enter that. Okay, so this next int here, I'm not using next line. Next line will receive the user input in the form of string, whereas next int will return the user input in the form of integer. Guys, run this code, right click, run as Java application, and observe that this time Arun Motori I'll write. Press enter. What is your current working type? I'll give my working type as what is your name means current working type is content creator and trainer. Okay. Press enter. What is your current experience? I have 17 years. Okay. Like that I can keep. You see it's taking. Now, like this, many methods will be there with scanner. Like you can receive string input, you can receive integer input, double input, boolean input. You can ask true or false. System.out.println. Okay. Do you like, okay, do you like, let's say some hobby, okay, do you like playing, chess, some kind of casual question also we can ask to the user, right? The user can answer in true or false, okay? So scanner dot, in that case, we can use next boolean, I'll say, next boolean, okay, here, boolean D is equal to, okay? So I'll write this, run this. For receiving in Boolean format, we'll write, hi there, what's your name? Arun Moturi. What is your current working type? Content creator and trainer. Okay, trainer. Then what is your current experience in this field? I have like 17 years of experience. Do you like playing chess? True. It will take all the stuff. I would like to print out them, okay? Uh, let's say, so I would like to give a reply. So I'll create that reply with ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, I'll create a prompt so that I don't have to put my head there and create a proper sentence. Okay. Let's say, let's say you are a chatbot and you ask below questions to the user. Say, what are the questions you asked? All the questions you give. Hi there, what is your name? Hi there, what is your name? Comma. What is the other question you have asked? What is your name? What is your current working type? What is your current working type? Comma. Then next one is what is your current experience in the field? What is your current experience in the field? Okay. Then and what is the other last question we have asked? Do you like playing chess? Do you like playing chess? Is the other question we have asked. Now, let's say user has answered all this. questions. Let's say user has what will be your answer these questions. How do you greet the user with the given personalized greet the user with the given personalized details to move to next step. Let's see what it will do. Hi, Sarah. It's nice to meet you. As a software developer with 5 years of experience, you must have a wealth of knowledge in the field. I'm curious, since you are into chess, do you have favorite opening or strategy? Let's chat about your interest and maybe explore something new together. Okay. Would you like to dive into discussion about strategies or is there something else? Like this, if answer is true, this should be the case, right? If the playing chess is a true, that like some message we have to give, right? Hi, Sarah, and all those stuff. Let's copy this part. Let's create otherwise in the same manner. System.out.println. First, I'll print the name, guys. Okay. Hi. I'll write down here as output. That is hi. Hi what? Hi space plus the name. Who is that name? Username. Hi name. It will go to the next line. Println is there. It will go to the next line. And then after that is done, we have to print it's nice to meet you. Okay. Okay. So I'll copy this part and write here system.out.println. I'll give one more print statement. System just have a small space there. Okay. And then here I'll write down. It is a nice to meet you as a what? Here I'll write printf instead of println. I'll write printf. That will be better. It's nice to meet you as a what? Here in place of this, as a software developer, instead of this, I'll write Control S. And here at the end, so I'll remove all this stuff, guys. Okay. Just go one by one. Otherwise, it will become difficult for us. So let's minimize this part. We can see as a dollar with how many years of experience? Here integer, right? Percentile D, I'll say. For string, I can write percentile S in the printf formatters. These are formatters. Percentile D for years of experience. You must have a wealth of knowledge in your field. I am curious. I'll just write like this. Okay, it's okay. You must have a wealth of knowledge in your field. I'm curious. This one I would like to take here. I'm curious since you are into what? If that answer is chess, then we'll do this, right? Otherwise, we cannot write like this. Okay. If this B, if it is true means, okay, do you like playing chess? Okay. Since you are into chess, do you have framework opening or okay, strategy? Let's chat about your interest and maybe explore something new together. Is something we'll write, okay? Slash or slash and whatever it is that is coming. Let's find out what will be coming in the output that I want to print out. Okay. So, but if you have to print out this part, okay, here you have to put, yeah, make something together. After that, I have to put a comma here and write the arguments. First one is username. Username will go into percentile S. Sorry, dollar S. Sorry, here percentile, guys. I have written dollar percentile S and pass that percentile D. That is experience will go here. Or anything I'm missing anywhere. It's nice to message as a percentile S is not username, guys. Working type actually. Percentile is working type actually. So let's move this to the next line so that we can easily see what's going on. Here, working type. Working time will go into %ls and the working user experience will go here. And any other thing that is left out, chess thing, it's because of true or false, it will come anyhow. And put a circular bracket and think it's good. Else I'll write a different thing. Okay, if the user is not into the chess thing, if it's not interested in chess, let's ask else write another. Okay, the same print statement I'll copy paste here. I'll just modify it a bit. Just to save time, I use ChatGPT, guys. It's not compulsory that you have to use ChatGPT. Since you are not into chess, do you have any favorite hobby or strategy? Let's chat. Okay, hobby. This much is enough. Let's start about your interests and maybe explore something new together. Like that, I'll write and based on different situations. Okay. And finally, once you are done with collecting inputs right here, once your task of collecting inputs is done, better to close it, guys. Okay. So it's otherwise memory resource leak will happen until the Java garbage collector will come and clean it. So like this, you can use scanner class, guys. Okay. This is how we can use scanner class. Many methods are there, guys, like next line, next into next double, etc. Hi there, what is your name? I'll say Arun Motori is my name. It's like chatbot. I'm automating. I'm creating a program for chatbot basically. What is your current working type? Content creator, only content creator. I'll say. What is your current experience in this field? Let's say 17. Do you like playing chess? True. We don't know whether that is true or false, right? Enter true or false. We can write. Okay. For now, I'll enter true here. I'll say here, you see, hi, Arun Muturi. You got a personalized message from ChatGPT saying it's nice to meet you. But here you see all these things are coming in the same line. I'll write /n. Okay, so that will take you to the new line. Again here, another /n I'll write here so that the answer will come in a proper way. We can read it properly. Then /n. Done it. Here also. /n. I'll write /n. And here again /n. Here again one more /n. So that will go to the new line. It will print in the new line. Okay. So when this is escape sequence, so that will go to the new lines. Okay. Right click run as Java application this time. Again, it will ask me the questions. What is your name? Arun Motori, I'll say. And after that, what is your current working type? Content creator. Years of experience 17. Do you like playing chess? True. Hi, Arun Motori. It's nice to meet you as a content creator with 17 years of experience. Okay. As a content creator with 17 years of experience, you must have a wealth of knowledge in your field. I'm curious, since you are into chess, do you have a favorite opening or strategy? Let's chat about your interest and maybe explore something new together. You see how chatbot is, interacting with us. Again, in another scenario where I give false, what is happening? Let's see. It should think and communicate with me in a different way. So what is your current working type? Content creator? I'm a content creator. So then what is your current experience? 17. Do you like playing chess? I'll say false for now. Hi, Arun Motri. It's nice to meet you as a content creator with 17 years of experience. You must have a wealth of knowledge in your field. I'm curious, since you are not into chess, do you have a favorite hobby? Let's start about your interest and maybe explore something new together. Like a different answer it has given me. Like this, guys, you can use scanner. The focus is on the scanner to collect different type of inputs and try creating this kind of chatbot and try create more questions. Try to collect different type of inputs from the user during the right. Yeah, like create a program like chatbot is talking to you kind of program where you are interacting as a user and something it is giving. It's very good, right, to learn about this, the process or way of, collecting the input from the user in Java programming, okay, by using the scanner class. Hope you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, what will happen when you add a number which is of integer type with another number which is of character literal type. So in Java, when you add the number which is in the character literal format, which is surrounded by single quotes, let's say with a number which is of integer literal type, then this character literal type number will be converted to the ASCII number, and that ASCII number will be added to the integer number instead of the original number that is surrounded by single quotes. To understand the answer for this question, let me practically demonstrate this one for you. Further, I'll switch to the Eclipse IDE and create a new class. So you may be shocked with the result that I'm going to show you guys here. When I say class 5, and with main method, if I create, let's say here, inside the main method, I'll create an integer. A is equal to, I'll just give some number like integer A is equal to 5. Now I'll create another variable which I declare with char data type, char B is equal to, I'll surround this 5 by single quotes. This is now a character literal. Now, if I say system.out.println A plus B, what do you think will be the output? Most of the people will think that 5 plus 5, 10 will be printed in the output. But in this program, it's not going to happen. Just see, 10 instead of 10, some other number will get printed. What is that got printed here? 58 got printed. So you thought that 5 plus this number 5, which is in character literal format, it will be getting converted to integer number 5 plus 5, 10 will come, you will think. But it's not happening. When you are adding this variable B, which is of character type, char data type, where character literal, which is the numerical literal surrounded by single quotes is there, what happens is to convert this, okay, to convert this character literal of 5 to this integer number, Java, what it will do internally is this character literal having the number 5 will be converted to the ASCII number. Instead of the original 5 number, it will be converted to the ASCII number. If you go to the ASCII table, just click here, go to the ASCII table. If you scroll down, for the number 5, for the number, this character literal 5, we have the ASCII number as 53. So 53, so what is happening here? 53 is getting added with 5. Instead of 5 getting added with 5, this character literal is getting converted into the ASCII number while adding with a number. So 5 plus 53, that is 5 plus 53 is how much? 58. That's the reason you got 58. Hope you got the idea, right? So when you add a number which is of character literal type, okay, to the number which is of integer literal type, in that case, your expectation may not happen, guys, because 5 plus 5 will not happen here. Instead, 5 plus the ASCII number, okay, the ASCII number of this 5, that is 53, will be added to 5. So 5 plus 53, 58 you will get as the answer. So hope guys, you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration. What will happen when you add integer literal type number with a number type which is of character literal type surrounded by single quotes in Java? ASCII number, okay, that particular character literal type number will be converted to ASCII number and then will be added to the integer number, okay? It will then be added to the integer number, guys. That's what will happen. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. Write a Java program which results in arithmetic exception in Java. Let me answer with practical demonstration. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and create a new class here. I'll just name this class as class 6. And with some main method, some random name for the class and with main method. And inside this main method, okay, inside this main method, I'm going to write some programming logic in Java, which is going to result in an arithmetic exception. So what is that? Here int a comma b comma c, I will say. Okay, I'm declaring these 3 variables with same data type, int a, b, c. Okay, a is of int data type, b is of int data type, and c is of false in data type. And I'm going to initialize this a with 10 and b with 0. And here I'll say c is equal to a divided by b. So in Java, when you try to divide a number by 0, that statement which is trying to divide a number by 0, will result in an exception that is a runtime error known as arithmetic exception, mathematical related exception. Mathematics also, you cannot divide a number by 0, guys. In mathematics, they say it as infinite, okay? Number dividing by 0, how many times 0 can divide 10? Infinite times. That's the reason Java doesn't allow such kind of things where you can store an infinite value into this variable. So instead of storing the infinite thing into the variable, Java simply give an arithmetic exception, okay, as a runtime error to state that this is not possible in Java. So what is the problem with the exception? When an exception occurs, the statements which are coming after the exception won't be executed. Here, if I say system.out.println C, and here if I say end of this program, none of these statements which are occurring after this particular line, which is going to give a runtime error in the output while the program is running, will be executed, okay? So here like this, if I give all these statements, none of these statements will be executed because at the line 9 itself, you are trying to divide a number 10 by 0, which is an infinite. So that is not possible in Java, and Java will give you a runtime error. Compiler error will not come here, but runtime error will come when you run the program. That's why we call it as a runtime error. You see, at the line 9, we got this arithmetic exception because the reason behind that is you are trying to divide a number by 0. That is the reason. So why a developer or a programmer intentionally will try to divide a number by 0? That will not happen intentionally, guys. It happens something like this, okay? When you are collecting an input from the user, it may happen. To collect input from the user, we have to create an object for the scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner like this, okay? And Control Shift O, it will import the scanner from java.util package. And here we have to write in the constructor, we have to write system.in. Okay, after you write that, you can inform the user to enter a number here, system.out.println, enter any number, I'll say, okay? Enter any number. Like this, I'll say. The user, by looking at this particular text, will try to enter a number. So this I'll put in the double quotes. User, by looking at this particular text in the output console, will try to enter a number. So that number I would like to store into B. Instead of manually as a developer assigning some value, say 0 into this B, what I will do here is here, I'll use this scanner object and I'll say B is equal to scanner dot next int. Okay, this input will come from the user case. Okay, next int will collect the integer input from the user and it will store into the B. If the user enters any number which is not 0, this program will continue the execution. I'll run this and show you. If I run the code, here the user will be asked to enter a number, guys. If the user enters something like 2, how many times 10 can be divided by 2? 5 times. So 5 will be printed in the output. End of this program, remaining program got executed. What if the user doesn't enter 2 there? Instead, the user enters 0 here. What will happen? The user enters 0, exception in thread main, arithmetic exception divided by 0. Line 13, we got an exception. Because of this exception, okay, the program execution has not continued and remaining program has not been executed. This is an example or a program which results in a arithmetic exception. Here, developer intentionally won't try to assign the value of B with 0, guys, because that is not a good practice for developers. What happens in real time is developer will write this kind of program where the value of this B will be entered by the user, will be given by the user who is running the program. Okay, during the execution of the program, if the user unexpectedly or intentionally or unintentionally tries to enter 0, where 0 is being used in the program to divide another number, in such kind of cases only the exception will come. There's a possibility of exception in this line if the user enters 0. And this is the exact good program where you can understand what exactly is an arithmetic exception. And one more thing, guys, here you can observe that scanner is giving a kind of resource leak warning message is coming. So once you collect the input from the user, if there is no need of scanner, just provide scanner.close as a best practice so that all the warning messages will go off. So hope, guys, with this program, you understood what exactly is an arithmetic exception, how, and in Java, when does an arithmetic exception occurs in real time. And this is the Java program I've demonstrated practically, which results in an arithmetic exception. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in array index out of bounds exception. Let me answer with practical demonstration. So in Java, you are going to get this array index out of bounds exception while writing or including arrays in your Java program. So let's switch to Eclipse IDE for practical demonstration. Here I'm going to create a new class, a random class. I'll just name this class as class 7 with main method. Inside the main method, I'm going to create an array. Okay. So if you have to see that array index out of bounds exception, without arrays, we cannot do that. How to create the arrays? Integer array, AR is equal to new int of, I will give the size of the array as 3. That means into this array, I can store up to 3 elements only. So if I try to store the first element, which is available at the index 0, first element of the array will be at the index 0. I'll give 9 here, AR of 1, which is available at the index 1. Okay, AR of 2, which will be available at the index 7. Like this, I'll give 3 elements. So far, so good. If I run this program, system.out.println, AR dot or AR of 0. If I retrieve this AR of 0, if I print it, whatever the value that is element that is assigned to this array at the index 0 will be retrieved and printed. That is 9 will be printed. If I run like this, if I write system.out.println AR of 1, this 5 will be printed. System.out.println AR of 2, what will be printed, guys? 7 will be printed. All good. Run this code and observe that. When you run the code and observe that, let me run it again. I have run the code and observe that there will not be any problem or exception. In the output, we'll simply get the array element values printed. That is 957 will be printed. What if I try to add one more element to the array, even though the size of the array is 3, if I try to add the fourth element, okay, like this, then what will happen at the line 12, you are going to get array index out of bounds exception. Once array index out of bounds exception occurs, the remaining code will not be executed. Okay, you will not see anything because at the line 12, you are going to get array index out of bounds exception. You see here, exception in thread main, java.lang is the package from this exception. This is a predefined class in Java, guys, array index out of bounds exception class. Here they're clearly saying the length is 3, but index is 3. That means index 3 means fourth element. Size of the array is only 3. How can you store fourth element? It is saying indirectly. At the line 12, you got the exception, it's saying. But if I comment this one, the exception will be gone, right? Only 3 elements you are storing. So the program is fine and you will not get any exception. Other place where you will get this array index out of bounds exception is like the system.out.println AR of 3 if you write, okay? You have not stored it. You see, there are 3 elements only, that the size of the array is 3. Only 3 elements you stored, but you are trying to retrieve the fourth element, which is not there in the array. In that case also, at line 17, you will get this. After all these print statements got executed, the line 17, you will get the exception. You see 957 got printed, and when you try to print the element that doesn't exist at that index, okay? So there you will get array index out of bounds exception. Index 3 out of bounds for length 3 will be retrieved and printed, guys, at the line 17. So hope, guys, you understood about this answer for this question. That is writing a Java program which results in array index out of bounds exception. So this is a situation where array index out of bounds exception occurs, guys, when the size of the array is some 3, and if you're trying to store the fourth element or fifth element, or trying to access the fourth element or fifth element, even though the size of the element is 3, in such kind of cases, you are going to get array index out of bounds exception with practical demonstration. I have answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in input mismatch exception in Java. Let me answer this question with a practical demonstration. You generally get this kind of exception in Java, that is input mismatch exception, when your program is expecting some type of input, but if you are providing a different type of input, in that cases, you are going to get this input mismatch exception. So with the help of scanner class, I can demonstrate this for you. Further, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE. Here, I'll write a program which collects the inputs from the user during the runtime. When you are running the program, this program that I'm going to write is going to collect the input from the user. But if the program is expecting some type of input, but if you are giving a different type of input, the program will result in input mismatch exception. So I'll give a random name for this class and with some main method. Okay. Then after that, here inside this main method, I'm going to write scanner is equal to new scanner. Okay, scanner is equal to new scanner. Control Shift O. And here I have to write system.in. That's it. And after this, I have to write scanner dot. Here I'll write system.out.println to help the user to enter any number. Enter any number. We are asking the user to enter any number. Enter any number. By looking at this print statement in the output, the user will try to enter a number generally. Okay, and that number that will be entered by the user. Okay, by looking at this statement in the output during runtime, I'm going to collect that into scanner dot next int. That means we are expecting integer number from the user. Okay, next int means we are expecting integer number from the user. So that integer number I would like to store into a variable like int a is equal to. Okay, and system.out.println a. And at the end of this, I'll write system.out.println some sample statements. End of this program like that, I'll write some sample statements here. End of this program like this, I'll copy paste this statement multiple times. And just see here 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, after collecting the input, it's a good practice to close this scanner object. Otherwise, warning message will come. There's no error here, but you can close it as a best practice. Now, if I run the code, and if I really give a number, there is no problem with this. Okay, when I run the program is asking the user to enter a number. If the user is entering a number, let's say 9, the same 9 will be printed here, and end of this program will happen. The program will continue. What if the user, instead of giving a number here, next int is expected, integer number is expected. Instead of giving a number, if the user enters an alphabet, press enter, immediately you are going to get an exception. That is which type of exception you are getting here, guys. What type of exception you guys are getting here? Input mismatch exception. The exception that I was talking about, that is input mismatch exception at the line 11, because here input is required, but here you are passing, as a user, you are entering alphabet, which is not a number, right? It's not an integer number. So Java immediately will give you this next int command of Java will immediately throw an exception from this predefined class known as input mismatch exception. Because of this exception or runtime error that occurs during the runtime, remaining parts of the program will not be executed. You see, remaining statements after this particular exception has not been executed. Even the scanner has not been closed here because you got the exception here. So all these things, guys, okay, these statements are not gone executed, and I've written and shown you a program which will result in an input mismatch exception where the program is expecting the user to enter during the runtime of this program or during the running of the program, and the program is expecting the user to enter a number. Okay, if we are entering an alphabet or something, or a symbol or something, we'll get this input mismatch exception. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question, that is, write a Java program which results in input mismatch exception in Java. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in number format exception. Let me answer. In Java, you are going to get this number format exception when you are trying to convert a string literal into an integer number when that particular string literal cannot be converted. For example, the string literal is my name, let's say double quotes Arun is there, okay? Inside the double quotes Arun is there. Such kind of string literal text, if you want to convert into a number using some Java ways like integer dot value of string, etc. In that case, the string cannot be converted to a number, and Java will simply give you an exception when you run the program. That exception is nothing but the number format exception. Otherwise, if that particular string literal, whatever that is there inside the double quotes of the string literal is in a numerical format, in that case, we can use integer dot value of, and that can be converted into number without this exception. Only when you try to convert the string literal, which cannot be convertible into a number, okay, during that process of using integer dot, parseInt, or okay, integer dot parseInt of string, when you say, you're going to get this number format exception, because that kind of strings having some text cannot be converted to a number. So let me practically demonstrate so that you can get the answer for this question in a better way. Further, I'll switch to the Eclipse IDE and create a new class, some random name, guys. I'll just create a new class with a random name. I'll just name this as, let's say, class 9. Here, some random name, class 9. And with main method, I'll click on finish. The moment I create that, So inside the main method, I'm going to write a code that is I'm going to create a string literal string str is equal to in the string I'll give Arun here. Okay. So now this string literal text cannot be converted to a number because how can a text can be converted to a number even though I use any predefined stuff from Java? Still, it won't be convertible. If I use integer dot parseInt of string, okay. So instead of this text, guys, for example, I'll start with a number where I would like to show you the positive case. This is a string literal. This is not a number here. It is string literal surrounded by double quotes. This 9 is a string literal because it's surrounded by double quotes. If double quotes are not there, I can say that is a number, numerical literal. But here it is a string literal, such kind of string literal which has some number inside that and can be converted from the string format into the integer format, etc. Okay, then that's okay, guys. Not only integer, if it is we have decimal here, we can use double dot parse double of something like that. In any of this process, not only integer dot parseInt, double dot parse double, okay, in different boolean dot parse boolean, like that, many things will be there. If that string literal text can be converted to that appropriate type using the integer dot parseInt or double dot parse double, etc. And if that is not possible to convert, then you are going to get the exception. But in this case, this string literal text is having the 9, which can be convertible to a number. There is a possibility. So put a semicolon here. parseInt will return you the integer data type. Int number is equal to. I'll just print out the number, guys. I'll also do some addition here so that you can understand that it has properly converted to number. So number plus 1, if I say, okay, what will happen? This string literal 9 will be converted to actual number 9 and 9 plus 1, 10 will be printed in the output. Right click here and say run as a Java application and you will see that 10 will be printed in the output. 10 will be printed in the output. Okay. 10 will be printed in the output. Fine. Okay. So this is good. But what if I convert this number into a text and just run this program, right click run as a Java application? It won't be convertible. And in the line 9 itself, we are going to get an exception, that is number format exception. Okay. You cannot convert some string text into a number. For input string Arun, it's not possible to convert a Arun into a number, which is not at all possible, guys. In such kind of situations, Java will give you an exception during the runtime while running the code or the program while the program is getting running. That is number format exception. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in a null pointer exception. Let me answer. In Java, when you are trying to perform some operations using the object reference of a class which is pointing to null, whether using that object reference which is pointing to null, you are calling a predefined variable or predefined method to perform some operations in the Java code. In such kind of situations, you are going to get null pointer exception because the object reference of the class is not pointing to a particular object, rather it is pointing to null. So there's no problem if the object reference of a particular class or interface is pointing to null. But when you try to perform the operations using that object reference of that class which is pointing to null by calling its predefined variables or method, then only you will get an exception known as null pointer exception. Let me explain this with an example in a practical way. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE. With practical demonstration, the answer for this question will be very easy and very understandable, guys. So theoretically, you may not be able to understand that, but practically you will be able to understand the answer for the question. So I'll just create a random class with some random name, say class 10. Inside the class, I'm going to create, let's say any class, guys. You can take any predefined class in Java. Let's say I'll take string class. If you want, you can take arrays. You can take anything. Okay, string str is equal to, instead of creating an object to this side like new string of and all those stuff, I'll just put null here. Okay, there's no problem so far. Okay, if you print out this str, the null value will be printed. Object reference is pointing to null. Still, there is no problem in the code. when do you get this null pointer exception? I'm going to show you. You see, when I run this code, null got retrieved and printed here because this object reference of the string class is pointing to null. So you cannot print out the null. You cannot, there is no object actually attached to this str. So str will give you null here, but you cannot perform any operation on this str. For example, if you want to find the length, okay, using this length predefined method of this object reference of the string class, okay, this length predefined method of the string class, if you call using the object reference, which is pointing to null instead of a real object, how can it find the length, guys? Okay, when there is no length, this is null, guys. Okay, there's no length. It's not a real text. Okay, so yeah, double quotes, Amarun is there means it will give 4, but in this case, it is pointing to null. In such kind of cases, if you are trying to perform operations on such kind of object references of a class which are pointing to null, it may be length or length predefined method, or it can be any other predefined method like substring, split, whatever it is, guys. It is not possible in Java because this object reference that you are trying to use for calling these methods and all is pointing to null. Because of this reason, you are going to get an exception during the runtime. When you run the program in the line 8, will get the exception known as null pointer exception. You can see here clearly the object reference is pointing to null. You cannot perform any operations, okay, regarding that class, okay, when the str is pointing to null, okay. String dot length cannot invoke the string dot length because str object reference of the string class, which is object reference of the string class, is pointing to null. So in this kind of situations, you are going to get a null pointer exception. With practical demonstration, I have shown you how to write a Java program which results in a null pointer exception. You can try other classes also, guys, where also you will get the same kind of exception, that is null pointer exception. So you can go with any other class instead of the string class, and which is whose object reference is pointing to null. And if you try to perform some operations on that object reference by calling the predefined variables or methods of that class whose object reference is pointing to null, in Java, you'll get this null pointer exception. So hope, guys, you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in class cast exception. Let me answer. You can either upcast an object to its parent class, or you can downcast an object from the upcasted parent class to its class. That is a child class of the parent class. You can downcast. These two things you can generally do, upcasting and downcasting. But if you are trying to downcast a particular class related object into some other class which cannot be downcasted, in such kind of cases, okay, when downcasting is not possible, you are going to get this class cast exception. To understand the answer for this question in a better way, I am going to demonstrate this thing in a practical way. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and create a new class. Okay, I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class as, let's say, class 11. With main method, I'll create. And here, once the class has been created with some main method here, I'll do one thing. I'll create few more classes in the same Java file. I'll just name this class as class animal class. Okay, I'll just create an animal class. I don't want to create any variables or methods. You can also create, guys, but I don't want to, focus on that. Okay, I just want to create some classes. It's optional whether you want to create some variables or methods inside these classes. That's fine. Here, one more class I'm creating, that is the dog class. And another class I'm going to create is nothing but the cat class, let's say. Okay, like this, I created some 3 classes. Now I'll make this dog class extends animal class. Okay, I'll also make this cat class extends animal class. Now, cat and dog are the child classes of the animal class. What if I create an object for the animal class? Animal is equal to new animal. There's no problem in this. Okay, you can create an object for the animal class and assign that to the variable or object reference of the same animal class. Similarly, you can also create an object for the dog class and assign it to the object reference of the same dog class. Same level cast. There is no need of casting here. Okay. When you create an object for the same class and assign to the object reference of the same class, no casting is required at all. Here, cat is equal to new cat. Here also no casting is required because you are creating an object for the same class and assigning to the variable of the object reference of the same class. But what if I try to create an object for the child class? Let's say dog is one of the child class of the animal class, right? I create an object for the dog class and assign that to the object reference of the animal class. Okay, I'm going to assign that to the object reference of the animal class. This is okay. This is called as upcasting, guys. In upcasting is okay in Java, guys, where you can create an object for the child class and assign to the object reference of the parent class animal. Okay, that's fine. Once you have upcasted, there is a possibility of downcasting this animal object reference into the same dog class type with the help of downcasting. So what we have to do is you have to write animal here, and before the animal, have to downcast it. Okay, downcast it. Animal is a parent level. I have to downcast this object reference or object to the its child class level, that is a dog level. Okay, for that I'll write dog here, and here I'll say dog dog is equal to like this. I'll write this is okay, guys. This is okay. You can downcast it. This is called as downcasting. Upcasted object can be downcasted to the same class again. Okay, downcasting to the same class is possible. Here I'll write down system.out.println. End of this program, I'll write down. There will not be any problem, guys. End of this program will be printed. There will not be any exception because whatever the object class that you have upcasted, the same object class you are downcasting it to the same level. So dog has been upcasted to the animal, and again the animal has been downcasted to the same dog. So that is not a problem. Upcasted object has been downcasted here without any problem. So if you run this code, end of this program will be successfully printed without any problem in the code. But what if while upcasting, I upcasted the dog class to the animal class, and while downcasting the animal, instead of downcasting that to the dog class, I would like to downcast to the another child class, that is cat. Okay, cat is equal to like this. Error will not come here, guys. Okay, Java doesn't know that it's downcasting it to the wrong type. The upcasted dog class, okay, need to be downcasted to the same dog type, but here you are downcasting it to the another class, another child class of the animal class, which is not compatible. Dog class object you cannot store into the cat class, right? So this casting, there is a problem in casting here, okay? Though Java is used to downcast the animal class into cat class also, but ultimate object that it is storing is a dog class object, which cannot be stored into the cat class, right? That's the problem. Here downcasting may be possible if dog was there here, you are downcasting into the dog level. But here cat is another thing. So downcasting will fail here, and this kind of situation, right? Line 8 is going to give you an exception known as class cast exception. You cannot cast the class to the cat type. You have to cast the animal to the dog type only, but you cannot because the object that I am storing into the animal is of dog type. So you can downcast only to the dog type, but not to the cat type. In such kind of cases, if you are not downcasting it correctly, the proper class type, then you are going to get this kind of exception known as class cast exception. Okay, class cast exception you will get because this is the wrong way of casting, guys. Even the Java allows here without any compiler error, but casting is not happening in a proper way. Such kind of situations where you are incorrectly downcasting the objects, okay, parent class objects to the child, okay, instead of downcasting it to the appropriate class types, if you are casting them to inappropriate classes, in such cases we are going to get this class cast exception. Okay, so hope guys you got an answer for the question with practical demonstration. I have shown you practically how to write a Java program which results in this class cast exception. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in illegal argument exception. Let me answer. In Java, you will get illegal argument exception in one of the cases that I'm going to show you practically. That is with thread.sleep. If you give a negative value into the thread.sleep method, then you are going to get illegal argument exception. There may be many other examples in Java program. You may get illegal argument exception. That means you are calling some predefined methods and you are passing some illegal arguments to that particular predefined methods of the predefined classes in Java. In such kind of cases, you will get illegal argument exception. One of the case I'm going to show you guys. So that is, you can go to this Eclipse IDE and create a new class. And I'll name this class with some name, let's say some random name, let's say class 12. With the main method I'll create. Inside the main method, you write down system.out.println. Here, starting of main method. Here, system.out.println. Then write down ending of main method. Okay. In between that, you just write down thread.sleep. Okay, thread.sleep. Here, we have to give milliseconds. For example, 3000 milliseconds if I give over the mouse on this, ignore the exception here for a while. You see this particular statement, you're passing which type of argument? The sleep is one of the predefined methods of the thread predefined class in Java. Sleep is a static predefined method of the thread predefined class in Java. And to this particular method, when you're calling this method, you have to pass the argument in positive number format, that too in milliseconds, guys, that too in milliseconds. If I give 3000, this program will work fine without giving you any exception in the output. You see, starting of the main method will be printed after 3 seconds, ending of the main method will be printed. Okay, so this will halt the program for 3 seconds. So what if I give minus 3000 or minus some negative value if I give? Is that a correct thing? Though it's asking you to give a number, but it cannot be a negative value, right? Minus 3000 is a negative value. If you run such kind of code, in such kind of cases, sleep predefined method of the thread predefined class in Java will consider this negative value as an illegal argument and will give you an exception known as illegal argument exception in the line 9. You see, starting of the main method got printed while the line 1 got executed. Okay, in the line 9, we got illegal argument exception. You see, illegal argument exception we got. The reason for this illegal argument exception is timeout value is negative. The timeout value cannot be negative. This is only one case in Java where you are getting this illegal argument exception. You can explore other areas in the Java program where you may get illegal argument exception. And some people also use, some kind of conditional, customized code they will write and throw illegal argument exception. In such kind of cases, they'll also use customized code to give illegal argument exception. Not only this one, guys. For example, I'll comment this out. This program will definitely give you illegal argument exception. Apart from this, there may be some customized programs based on some value. If they are not receiving, if the condition fails, they'll throw an illegal argument exception. For example, here scanner is equal to new scanner. I'll collect the input from the user. This is another example for getting illegal argument exception. Control Shift O. Scanner will be imported from java.util package. System.in, I'll write down. And here I'll write down system dot for the user to understand what the user has to enter your age. Okay, enter your age, I'll say. And here I'll collect the input scanner dot next int, I'll say in integer format, I'll collect. I'll say int age is equal to, and here I'll write a condition if age is less than 18. Okay, if age is less than 18, then I'll simply say throw new. Throw is a keyword in Java, guys, using which we can throw whatever the exception type that we want to when this kind of conditions kind of satisfied. If a user enters any is age as less than 18, throw new. Here I'll write illegal argument exception. Like this, you can throw also. Apart from getting illegal argument exception by passing some illegal argument values to the predefined methods of the predefined classes in Java, you can also get illegal argument in this format. Some people will also use this illegal argument exception in this format, illegal argument exception. And here we are throwing an object of the illegal argument exception. And here you can also pass the reason, guys. You can also pass the reason over the mouse on this illegal argument exception. And where is that change to illegal argument? There is a spelling mistake, guys. That's the thing. And here you can provide the reason age cannot be age less than 18 is not allowed. Okay, age less than 18 is not allowed. Else, okay, let's say you went to a movie theater, into the movie theater, kids are not allowed. The kids whose age is, not equal to 18 or greater than 18 will not be, if it is less than 18, the kid's age is less than 18, and then the kids are not allowed simply. So age less than 18 is not allowed, we'll throw. Otherwise, okay, you are allowed to watch the movie. Okay, you can watch this movie. Okay, age less than 8 is not allowed. to watch this movie. Okay, I'll write this. Okay, to watch this movie. So here, what happens? The user has to enter, and in this scanner object, you can close it as a best practice. Once your task is done, you can close that, guys. Okay, run the code and observe that if the user enters the age which is greater than 18, then it's okay. If I give 25 here, if my age is 25, if I press enter here, you can watch this movie will be printed. You can watch this movie will be printed. You see, they're allowing me no illegal argument exception coming. But if I run the code again and if I give the age as let's say 12, press enter, exception in thread main, you see illegal argument exception is manually thrown here when this kind of programming condition satisfy illegal argument exception. Age less than 18 is not allowed to watch this movie. Okay, such kind of customized code you want to write in Java, and you want to give different type of messages back to the user, and you can handle this illegal argument exception by using try catch block, and in the catch block you can give a proper message so that remaining portion of the code will continue. That's up to you. But I'm just showing you some examples, guys, where in which you will get illegal argument exception. This is one of the case where you got illegal argument exception using the predefined methods, where you are into a predefined method of the predefined class in Java, where you have passed negative value, where sleep predefined method of the thread class in Java will accept only positive numbers, okay, in milliseconds. Okay, you just hover the mouse on this, press control key, and your button, your cursor will change to hand symbol, then open declaration you say in Eclipse IDE will be taken here. Here you see long milliseconds. You see here, if milliseconds is less than 0, then throw new illegal, whatever the customized code we have written here, right? Whatever the customized code we have written here, right? Even Java developers also have written the same customized code. It's a static method. So this the class is thread class. The name of the class is thread class, guys. You see the name of the class is thread class. Inside the thread class, when you say Control O, you'll get this, and you can search that particular method, that is sleep method, sleep of long. Just click on that. Okay. So thread is a sleep is a static predefined method of the thread class thread.sleep, and here you're passing this method. And while calling this particular method, you have to pass one argument in positive number. If you give, that's okay. But if you are not giving in positive number, it will check here milliseconds that provided by user is less than 0. Then it will definitely throw you illegal argument exception saying timeout value is negative. Okay. Otherwise, it will make your program halt for that much amount of time. Okay. To nanoseconds, it's converting. Then thread sleep event even before sleep. If thread sleep instance of value thread value dot sleep nanos. Okay. So some code is going on, and internally it's making sure that program is halting for 3000. If you give means 3 seconds, it will halt. If you give minus 3000 means it is throwing you illegal argument exception. This kind of customized code is there in the internal implementation of this sleep predefined method of the thread class in Java. So hope guys with this practical demonstration, okay, you got an idea or answer for this question. Write a Java program which results in illegal argument exception. Whenever you get this kind of question, you can use thread.sleep and pass some negative value to the thread.sleep, and will give you illegal argument exception. And you can also, on the top of that, if the interviewer, you can also explain the logic behind that. Okay, when you pass negative value, the predefined method of the thread class in Java, static predefined method of thread class in Java will have some logic where the milliseconds entered by using negative value, it will throw an illegal argument exception using the throw keyword. Like that, all you can explain, guys. Then the interviewer will get impressed. Okay, not just giving a program blindly and stopping there. You also have to explain the reasons why that particular method is giving illegal argument exception, how the Java developers have implemented that predefined method. If you give, the interviewer will definitely get impressed by you with your knowledge and all stuff. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program which results in illegal state exception. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. Okay, I'm going to write some code, guys. There's only one example that I'm going to provide in this session. There may be other concepts in Java which may also give you this illegal state exception. But I'm going to take only one example, because if I get this kind of question in the interview and where I have to write a program to which results in illegal state exception, I'll pick this example, guys. Okay, so I'll go here and create a new class. I'll just name this class as some class 13, let's say, some random name. Click on finish, the class will be created. Simple guys, when we can get this illegal state exception in Java is one of the situation is where you are using the scanner class to collect the input from the user. Create an object for the scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner. Okay. Hold the mouse on this and then say import. Okay. And here you have to input in system.in actually. Okay. System.in. The next thing is I need to inform the user to enter, a number. Okay. So system.out.println, so that user will not understand whether what the user has to do. Enter any number, I'll say. And to collect the number, I have to generally write scanner dot next int. First, I'll show you a proper program, guys. I'll not, you will not get any exception when I run this code. It will work fine. Okay. Int number. Here, if I write, if that particular number is greater than 10, write down system.out.println. Okay, entered number is greater than 10, I'll say. Else what I will write? Else I'll write down system.out.println. Enter number is less than or equal to 10. Okay, less than or equal to 10. We don't know. Okay, so this is what I will write. So this program will work fine after you collect the input from the user. When you close the scanner object, there is no problem in this. Okay. So in this example, what I'm doing, I created a scanner object and then closing the scanner as part of the user just to save the memory leak and all those stuff. Once the input is taken, what the user scanner, I can close the scanner object. Okay. By saying scanner.close so that I don't have to give an extra effort for, garbage collector mechanism in Java to come and clean this object and stop the memory leak going on. But rather, as a best practice, I'm closing this once the input is already collected. In this case, you are not going to get any problem, guys. When you run the program, the user will be asked a question, enter any number. If the user enters some number, let's say 15, 15 is greater than 10. So entered number is greater than 10 got printed. What if the user enters a number which is less than 10, let's say less than or equal to 10. Let's say I'll give some 5 here and press enter. Entered number is less than or equal to 10 will come. That's also good. But the problem comes here with related to this illegal state exception. When you try to collect a number from the user and before collecting that, I'm closing the scanner object. Sometimes that may happen by mistake that what the developers will do is when they get the warning message, they will forget to provide the scanner object after collecting the input. Okay, by mistake what they will do is they will close the scanner object before collecting the input. So what will happen if you try to close the scanner object before collecting the input? Input will not be possible, guys. Just run this here. You see, if you try to say next int, you see without asking enter a number got printed without you entered any number on the line 12. At this line 12, when you're trying to collect an input from the user and when the channel for in collecting the input from the user is closed, that scanner object is closed here before you collect the input. And this particular line, if you are trying to collect an input when the scanner object is closed, will give you an exception known as illegal state exception. This is one example where in Java you'll get illegal state exception. So scanner closed. Because of the scanner closed, you got this. Okay. You can go to this method open declaration and in Java and see that it clearly says when you call this method and you will get this illegal state exception if the scanner is closed. Okay. If you try to use this method and before that, if the scanner object is closed, you are going to get illegal state exception. It is saying. So, okay. So there are many other exceptions that may come when you're calling this method. You have to be sure, like if you close the scanner class and scanner object and you try to use this method, you will get illegal state exception. This is one of the example in Java where you are going to get a illegal state exception, guys, and many other examples may be there. Okay, many other examples may be there, but when you get this kind of question in the interview, try to answer like this. That will be more than enough. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.